Hi there, this is Justin with Goodland Plumbing. Today is Monday, February 9th, 2026. We're here at 1642 Shoreline for Vacation Rentals. This is going to be our second recording today at this property. Our initial recording was when we first got on site. We went ahead and pulled this primary toilet that has been having some reoccurring stoppages. We sent our camera down just to see what was possibly going on before snaking. We got out maybe 5 to 10 feet at most where we hit a stoppage. It was hard to tell what exactly it was. I saw a lot of toilet paper in there, but the line was still backed up, so the camera was underwater. After that recording, we went ahead, cleared the line, and then sent our camera back out. Now we are all the way from our toilet flange at our cleanouts in the driveway. I spoke to Sarah and explained to her, we will go ahead and record from here back to our toilet flange, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on underneath the house. Today I am using the micro reel because we had to go through the toilet flange, so we will not have a distance reading. If I was to estimate, I would say we're anywhere from 50 to 75 feet out. Like I said, we're going from our primary toilet flange at the far end of the house all the way out to our driveway cleanout / backwater valve. We're going to go ahead and pull back against flow from these cleanouts towards our flange. You'll see on screen, that's our backwater valve. As we pull back through this SDR, you will see, I believe, a possible two-way or one-way cleanout, bottom of the screen, top of the pipe. And then right here, we're going to be transitioning from this SDR to clay. If you pull back here, you will see some root intrusions in this clay zone. Followed by some more root intrusions. Right here, this root intrusion is going to be at our clay to cast transition point as we are pulling back into the building. This is going to be kind of pulling from the front entrance at a slight angle towards our first bathroom on the right hand side of the front entrance. Like I said, we do have roots right here. However, I do not believe this is the cause of our stoppages for this restroom, just because this is going to be past where all of our other fixtures tie in at, and nothing else has really been affected at the point when the shower and toilet have backed up. We pull back, we're coming into this first restroom. As you can see, this cast iron is in pretty rough condition. You'll see at the bottom of the screen, top of the pipe, we believe this is going to be our first right hand side restroom's toilet tie-in. Coming through a change in direction right here. Here we're pretty much pulling back from the first restroom straight back towards the hallway. So this is as we're pulling through that restroom. As you can tell, we do have a good amount of scale buildup at the bottom of the pipe from this cast iron. Bottom left-hand side of the, bottom of the screen, left-hand side of the pipe, I believe that is going to be our first restroom's sink tie-in. Here, pulling through that restroom towards our hallway. Once we get through our hallway, we start pulling back into our second restroom. And some more scale buildup right here at the bottom of the pipe. little hard to tell, but just up here on the left-hand side of the screen, left-hand side of the pipe, I believe this is going to be our secondary restrooms shower tie-in. And then right here, we're going to be transitioning from cast iron to SDR. As we pull back through this SDR, you'll see coming up here on the right-hand side of the screen, right-hand side of the pipe, right here, we are going to have our kitchen sink tie-in. And then shortly after that, we transition back to cast iron from SDR. And at the left-hand side of the screen right here, I believe we are going to have our lab sink tie-in for the secondary restroom. And then top of the screen, we'll have our toilet tie-in for that secondary restroom. As we pull back here, this is going to be in between our primary and secondary restroom. I believe this is the zone where we're having our repeat stoppages stop up in, just because when I've been out here previously and Jason has been out here previously for the same issue, nothing else in the household seems to be affected except for the toilet and shower. When I was out here last, I did test the sink. However, I didn't see anything, was not seeing anything back up when running the sink. Here, we're coming through a Y connection. I believe right here at this Y connection is where our lab sink is tying in at. And as we pull through that Y, you'll see some more scale buildup and rough cast iron. And I believe right there, the left-hand side of the screen, left-hand side of the pipe, that's going to be where our shower is tying in at. As you'll see, we do have a good amount of scale. Here we'll come up with a little drop. I believe this is going to be our toilet vent. And then right here to ABS as we come up and out of our toilet flange. So right here is our toilet flange. I believe our line comes out here at a slight angle, transitions right here from ABS to cast iron. Once we hit here, we hit about 5 inches deep cast iron. I believe this is where our vent is coming up right here. I believe we dive down and then actually loop back this way towards our shower, where we hit 1'11" right here. And then just after our shower drain, we hit that Y connection that shoots us this way towards our secondary restroom. Past that, the line pretty much runs straight out towards the first restroom at the end of the hall, and then from there we go angled out towards our driveway and then into the street. That is going to be the end of today's recording and the video.